With the Switch 2 release getting closer and closer, the big question on every Animal Crossing fan's mind is when will we get the next game? Unfortunately, I can't answer that for you, but if you are like me and you've sunk thousands of hours into the series, you have probably spent the last few years wondering what is in store for the next game. After being obsessed with Hello Kitty Island Adventure over the past couple of weeks, it has definitely got me thinking about how the next Animal Crossing game could look like and what it could learn from Hello Kitty Island Adventure. So today I'm going to share with you my thoughts and opinions and kind of just generally things I would love to see added to a future Animal Crossing game. Don't forget to like and also subscribe if you want more content like this, but let's get into this video. You might be thinking, why am I comparing Hello Kitty Island Adventure to Animal Crossing? Well, in almost every article I have read about Hello Kitty Island Adventure, it compares it to Animal Crossing, crossed with Zelda, but seeing as my Zelda experience was approximately 10 minutes in Link's Awakening about 5 years ago, I don't feel like I'm qualified to comment on that, but Animal Crossing is of course a very different matter. I do understand the comparison in some elements. They both have cute and colourful graphics, they both take place on an island, and they obviously both have a cast of adorable characters, but beyond that, there are a lot of differences, particularly when it comes to gameplay. One of the key areas is obviously building the island up, and that is one thing that Animal Crossing does really well. With the introduction of outdoor decorating in Animal Crossing New Horizons, the game has become a haven for cozy game decorators, and the creativity the community has demonstrated over the years has been immense. The decorating in the game is probably one of the key reasons for the game's longevity. Yes, Hello Kitty Island Adventure has decorating, but sadly it is interior only at present, which is kind of reminiscent of Happy Home Paradise, and Hello Kitty also does not have that freedom of having a barren island when you first start, as the island is pre-built, albeit you do need to do a little bit of restoration here and there. I don't mind this about the game, the fact that there is that kind of pre-built element to it, but I do wish that there was that outdoor decorating. Of course, the pre-built kind of realms and areas does allow for more exploration, which is definitely appreciated, and I love unlocking the new areas, which again is something that Animal Crossing kind of lacks in a little bit. The other key area where the games differ is in questing. Outside of the initial gameplay in New Horizons, of where you kind of get your island to 3 stars, unlock KK Slider visiting, there is kind of no real questing in the game, aside from maybe your daily Nook Miles task, which I don't think you can really class as quests. Hello Kitty Island Adventure is very different to that, as it is very quest heavy, and as it is live service, there are constantly new events, new things being added. It has daily quests, weekly quests. There is literally quests coming out of your ears in this game. I could obviously spend hours diving into all the unique differences in the games, but overall, while it's tempting to say that they are similar, I wouldn't go as far to say that they are really that similar when you get down to the nitty-gritty aspects of them. That being said, I definitely think that there are some brilliant ideas from Hello Kitty Island Adventure that a future Animal Crossing game could totally kind of put their own unique twist on, and I think it would enhance the Animal Crossing gameplay. So let's get into these and have a look at them. If you have followed my Animal Crossing adventures over the years, you may know that I am renowned for not speaking to my villagers. Yes, sometimes they give me a full body tights outfit, which of course we all love. And if you try really hard, you can get yourself a villager photo. But there is something about the friendships mechanics in Animal Crossing New Horizons that have always felt a little bit arbitrary to me. Hello Kitty Island Adventure, on the other hand, has this down. There is clear progression in your friendship levels, you know what a character likes, and they all have specific friendship quests and unlockable items. I know there are over 400 characters in Animal Crossing, so I'm not expecting this level of detail at all, but I would love at least if there was a way to track your friendship level with a particular villager. There are obviously friendship levels in the game, but they are all going on behind the scenes, and there is currently no way to track that. So I would love for maybe a little page in our Nook phone where you can see your friendship level, and even just to mark off when you have gifted a particular villager on that particular day. This may be a tiny little quality of life thing, which I feel if were available in the game, I would maybe be more encouraged to speak to my villagers. Actually, wait, who am I kidding? I probably still wouldn't, but at least I would be able to see how bad of a resident rep I am. Whilst on the topic of villagers, look at this map. You can see where all of the villagers are and when you need to speak to them. Obviously, this is a feature in a lot of other cozy games. For example, Disney Dreamlight Valley does this also, but I need this in an Animal Crossing game. I have lost count of how many times, how many house loading screens I have gone through trying to find a villager. This is vital time loss that I could have spent doing my favorite activity of fishing. So Nintendo, I beg of you, please allow us to track the villagers, please, please. There has been some chatter amongst the Animal Crossing community about what the setting of a future game may be. Will Nintendo take inspiration from previous games such as City Folk and give the game a town twist? Or maybe they'll do something totally out of this world? Either way, in New Horizons, the different areas we visited did all end up feeling a little bit samey. Yes, Halves Island did have a little community co-op hippie feel to it, and you might get lucky and see a bamboo island, but aside from that, there was not much theming to these areas. Again, this is something that Hello Kitty has done really well. There is lots of themed areas such as a spooky swamp, a volcanic area, and a super cute meadow which is filled with flowers. It would be great if the developers of Animal Crossing could take a little bit of inspiration from this, give the areas a little bit of a twist so that when you visit there is a bit more stronger theming, which I think would just make the game feel a little bit more exciting. This could just be something so small as changing the trees or even the color of the ground, right up to doing something more extravagant like buildings and things, just to make the areas stand out from the main island or area. And if they're going to give us this, maybe also allow us to change the way the ground appears on the game, because I hate to imagine the amount of hours that players have spent laying down custom designs. For example, when they're trying to create a western themed island or an underwater themed island, that is a lot of sand required to cover up that whole island. In and amongst all the themed areas in Hello Kitty, you will also find themed mini games and activities. There is a good variety from collecting resources in a minecart, chasing around chickens, or just testing your luck to get some iron. These games, while simple, they are fun and they do offer a welcome break from the monotony of fetch quests. Minigames in the Animal Crossing franchise have been seen in the past, for example with Tortimer's Island in New Leaf, and there were a lot of upset fans when they were omitted from New Horizons. The closest thing we have to kind of minigames or kind of a puzzle in New Horizons is probably the mazes to celebrate May Day, but once they're over, there's no kind of real incentive to do them again. Adding mini games with some form of reward, whether it be for furniture, bells, or just simply some extra wood, would definitely spice up the gameplay a little and just add an extra activity, and you know we want all the activities. Minigames would also be advantageous should Nintendo look to enhance the multiplayer aspects that we saw in New Horizons, which were quite limited to say the least. Yes, you could go for a coffee together and maybe enjoy a little bit of shopping and also make your own fun, for example attending a music festival together or celebrating Halloween. But as co-op is now a huge selling point for a lot of games, the multiplayer mechanics could definitely have a little bit of work done to them. In Hello Kitty Island Adventure, like Animal Crossing, there isn't really a lot you can do together. You definitely can't progress the storyline together, but you can still do some fun things, such as specific friend quests, shopping, collecting resources. You can even give your friend their very own cabin on the island that they can decorate, and there are also these fun dashes which are definitely harder when there is two of you on the island. But how could you put an Animal Crossing twist on these things? Well, maybe we could have specific Nook Miles quests that could be fun just for like friends to do together, and maybe the addition of a house designated for friends would be cute. There are frankly so many different ways that they could improve the multiplayer feature in Animal Crossing, whether it just be allowing us to decorate our friends' islands as well. That would be a huge thing that people would love. But however they do decide to do it in the future, it does take a long time to get to your friends' islands currently in New Horizons. Don't get me wrong, I love Wilbur and I love Orville, but actually traveling to a friend's island in Animal Crossing New Horizons takes a very long time. On Hello Kitty, it is so much faster, so maybe this is definitely something that they should look at too, just to add that extra incentive to make people want to go and visit their friends. Hello Kitty has also done crafting quite well. Yes, you still have to craft at specific benches, and you don't have the freedom to place down a DIY workbench like you do in Animal Crossing, but it does have multi-crafting, which is a huge bonus, and this is something that I would love to see in any future Animal Crossing game or any cozy farming kind of crafting game in general. This just speeds up the process so much. I know in New Horizons you can rigorously tap that button to kind of make it go a tiny bit quicker, but there is something about the overall crafting in Animal Crossing that does just feel a little bit slow. So I would love for it to be sped up just a tiny bit. Maybe I'm just being impatient, maybe you think it's fine, but I think it could just do with a few little tweaks that could make it that much better. And the final thing, which may be a little bit silly, but how fun would it be to see your Animal Crossing character jump? There is something so adorable about seeing your character running around and just jumping over things. It doesn't even have to be for anything productive, like jumping over rivers, but that would also be fun. Rest in peace to the vaulting pole. Despite all of this, I just really hope Nintendo doesn't remove the ability to outdoor decorate in the next game, and also the ability to time travel. There will be a very strongly worded letter going their way if they do. Hello Kitty at present doesn't really allow for time traveling. In fact, they strongly advise against it, as you can see in this letter, which is a little bit of a downside if you are stuck to that kind of daily routine. However, at least with Animal Crossing New Horizons, you do have that freedom to move forward if you want to. I just don't want my game to break in Hello Kitty, so I am resisting so much. Let me know if you have played Hello Kitty and what features you love from the game in the comments. Hopefully we will get an update on a new Animal Crossing game soon, because my wish list of things is currently very long, including of course the ability to customize barrels. I think that's fundamental. Anyway, that is enough of me talking. I hope you enjoyed this video. I shall see you again very soon with another one. Bye bye!